Hello, my name is Nazli Quintero. I'm from Colombia, and I want to tell you my experience here in RBA.
Hello, my name is Callum Thompson and I'm from Scotland.
Hello, how are you? My name is George. I'm coming from Colombia.
Hi, my name is Ivarim Vaz, and I'm from Germany.
I am Keyshawn. I am from Florida.
Hello, I'm Jose. I'm from Bolivia.
I'm Jonathan. I'm 19 years old from Berlin, Germany, and I'm participating in the 6 months climate compliance program of RVA. And currently we're in the fourth month and finishing our community period here in Ashton.
The common activities in the community period, we made the compost and lasagna bed for the small farmers in Pito Bel Air village. I learned a lot of stuff in the community period about sustainable agriculture, made compost, made lasagna beds, climate resilient technologies, and water management.
I came here with no experience of living in an area such as Union or Myro. Water sustainability was a massive challenge for all of us. I've learned how to respect the land a lot more, how to work with people that are not from my environment, not from my background, but are from the same origins, as in the earth all around us. I've realised that life is more about skin colour, culture, places, areas. It's more about being one, helping each other, realising that you can do more with yourself and not crumbling under the aspect of fear.
I would say the most important thing I learned is like working in an international team. With people from other cultures and backgrounds. I learned some agricultural techniques, what I think is really important, and I would like to learn more about this. And I learned how to work effective as a team.
During the community period, we learned about more nature-based practices and how to provide solutions for the community that we was in. We learned that most of them just faced a problem of water during the dry season, so we've come up with solutions more like water harvesting to give them like water tanks so they can save the rainwater in the dry seasons.
We were working with local farmers. We were helping, sledding, cleaning and organizing these type of actions about develop with land and create fence, working with these local farmers about the plants that they are right now selling to the groceries and other groceries located in the island. We were working with people, of course, that they have a lot of knowledge. That was really interesting and has been changed. That were really interesting. We learned a lot of stuff about, as I said, creating fence, seedlings, cleaning, organizing, making and designing lasagna beds. Of course, about the 6-7 layers that we were studying with Joe and Marcus in the experimental garden here. And of course, with this type of studies about Gaia and other stuff that we have.
Well, first of all, coming here was a bit of a challenge. The quality of life is different to what most of the team were used to. So it's been a challenge to overcome that sort of difficulties. For example, with the water, moving at least twice was a bit of a challenge to me. You know, packing things up, getting used to a new house, a new home for this time. So I would say I learned, first of all, how the life is here. After Beryl, people have experienced a lot of difficulties. They have been rebuilding their houses, and that has been the priority one. Recently, the house that already have a roof, for example. So yeah, I learned about the impact that the hurricane has had over the last year. And also, of course, I learned about the farming, the fencing, building a fence, mixing cement, preparing beds for growing plants. I think those are kind of like the biggest things I learned.
I learned how to work with people, and I also learned that you can accomplish more by working together in a group, which is, for me, I think it's pretty good because you just see the end product and you know that you would have needed more time to do it alone.
So I've learned a lot about agriculture, which I never knew before, as my term of making money is electrician. So it's mostly to do with the concrete jungle side of life, you know? But here I've been exposed to the more natural way of life, which has been organic farming, double digging lasagna beds, farming sea moss, collecting conch, understanding how coral reefs live and thrive and what's killing them. I had basic experience of living from the earth, as I've always understood that we are from this planet and the planet provides us with what we need and we should provide it with what it needs back. But being in this country, in this environment, it's allowed me to understand in more depth exactly the cause and the destruction that us through in the West are causing on beautiful environments such as the Caribbean.
I would say just being more patient with myself and in the community and my teammates, learning to lead in times of need whenever we're short staffed in the community. So I had to be use more communication skills, I would say.
The skills that I have improved, I would say, are about the adaptability. I mean, coming here, it's a completely different country than where I come from, with people from different countries who speak different languages, who have a different way to see the world to mine, with people who are used to do other kind of things. So I learned to work as a team, which was necessary during this time, and I think I had a very good time with my team. Everybody was always standing up with the next guy, and we never gave up. We always completed our tasks. So I would say the main skill I learned to improve was adaptability.
First of all, I think I improved my English skills, so I get much better to working in a team. And other skills, some technical skills, I would say I also learned like agricultural skills and for example, we built a lasagna bed, we built the fences of course, and today we also go for an harvest egress.
Living with my partners, of course, with my teammates, was a really good experience because we develop a lot of type of skills, of course, inside the house, organization, distributing sources, of course, and other stuff that manage more responsibilities and design and creating more plans to how can we contribute to that type of population with that type of lands, of course, which not new ideas but with more ideas, of course, and bring more energy, good vibe, of course, for these local peoples and work each other. Yeah.
I also learned how to deal with people in the team, how to be with international people, and I also learned how to live in a community which is different from the community where I come from. I'm from a big city, so it was hard for me to adapt in Myro, which is a pretty small place, which like about 300 people. But I made it, and I see that it's another way of living, and I also learned that you don't need that much things and that high of a life standard as we have in Germany.
We learn a lot about the resilient because it's not easy to make growing seedlings with rain season and dry season.
coming here, I learned a lot about how people need to have the control over what they eat, what they harvest, and what they need to survive. So I would like to learn more about community gardens, farms, house gardens, stuff like that that can be taken to other parts of the world to make life of people better, have better quality, and not so dependent of what the government, what the market gives you. I would like to learn about that. And personally, I would also love to see this project move on. Like, we did the first step in building some of these gardens, and I would like to see if the owners actually continue doing the work, planting their own seeds, their own food, growing organic. So I am very eager to see that in the next months, and I hope they develop well.
I would say more nature-based practices, like using recycling with nature, like using the leaves, the brown leaves, the green leaves to create compost, like natural fertilizer, so you don't have to use chemicals. Learn to build bamboo structure beds, like using bamboo to create structures for the lasagna bed, so it's more protective. So, yeah. That's it. We learned to create workshops for the community to give them more knowledge of solutions that they can use without causing harm to the environment.
I would like to learn more about the agriculture, but I also like to learn more about corals. I would like to learn diving. I think it's very interesting, and this is an important word to us. In my opinion, these are safe corals would start to do for restoration to fight the effects of the climate change.
I want to learn in the future about conflict resolution and leadership.
I'm eager to contribute with my skills about be responsible and put more discipline, of course, understanding better the land of this type of population in St. Vincent, of course, the type of plants. I want to develop something of the natural repellents, working with organic stuff, working with a type of different plants, of course, verify if there are more ways to get their benefits. I don't know, probably introducing in the meals, in the daily diets, of course. Yeah, I want to learn more about this type of bush, which of course, that means of course plant here. This is a local aspiration. So this is going to be so useful for us. This is going to be so perfect, of course, because we will understand better this type of environment and get more benefits, of course, and learn more about this population, people, and use for the daily routine, of course, introducing in their life.
So I think I'm pretty good at it still, but I want to improve my skill in gathering people together to work in a project to spread the idea of the ecological farming we have here, and it's doing pretty well, but I think we can improve a lot of things and do it better. And yeah, I want to improve on that skill to get people to work together, get a lot of people, and actually get the motivation to them to work there in the garden and provide them with food.
I would like to have a chance to learn as much as I possibly can in my short period of time on this planet. We only have 100 years each at the max, and I feel like 5 to 10 years of that I almost took for granted. So coming here has taught me how to appreciate life and appreciate what you have in life. Appreciate the family, the friends, the world, the planet, the plants, the leaves, the coos to the sheep. Everything is one, and you can learn everything from just coming here, getting your hands dirty, showering with a bucket, and finding new friends with new experiences.